In the last video, we already discussed about the major components of an ER diagram, how to draw an ER diagram, what all points we have to make sure while drawing an ER diagram. We already discussed about a scenario of university database, etc. Yeah, now we'll be looking into some more exercises. Already know how to draw an ER diagram. The first step is we have to identify all the entities. Then we have to identify the corresponding attributes for entities, and we have to identify the relationships between the entities, right? Now we'll be looking into a scenario of hospital. The entities identified are patients, test, and doctor, and the relationships identified are visits, test record, and conducted by. So the entities are represented by rectangles and the relationships are represented by diamonds. Yeah, into an Chen's notation, we already said we'll be having three entities: this patient, test, and doctor. They are specified using these rectangles, and the diamonds are used for representing that three relationships. The ellipses are used for representing the corresponding entities attributes. If the attribute is a derived attribute, it will be represented using dashed lines. And the primary keys are represented using underlined terms. Okay. So this is the ER diagram in Chen's notation for the hospital database. Let us look at another example, company ER model. We identified three entities: employee, department, and project, and the relationships identified are works for and controls. Diagram for the company database is shown here. As we said, we'll be having three entities represented using rectangles, and the ellipses represents its corresponding attributes, and the diamonds are used for representing the relationships between the entities. This is the ER model for a library database. So from the figure, we can identify that the various entities are author, publisher, book, shopping basket, customer, warehouse, and the various relationships represented using diamonds are written by, published by, contains, basket of, stocks, right? So the relationship contains and stock consists of its own attribute represented using undivided rectangle. The number is an attribute for the contains as well as for the relationship stocks. The primary key is also specified in the attribute list. Okay, so this is the ER model of a ER diagram of a library database. Now let us look at an exercise. A company has several departments. Each department has a supervisor and at least one employee. Employees must be assigned to at least one but possibly more departments. So we'll be getting the relationship constraint also. At least one employee is assigned to a project, but an employee may be on vacation and not assigned to any projects. The important data fields are the names of the departments, projects, supervisors, and employees, as well as the supervisor and employee number and a unique project number. So for this, we are supposed to draw an ER diagram. So the first step is we have to identify the various entities, then the associated attributes, then identify the corresponding relationships between the entities. Okay, try it out. So from the above scenario, we identified various entities. We have to identify the various relationships, the associated attributes of the entities, and the mapping cardinalities are also specified. The mapping cardinalities, please make sure that we can represent the mapping cardinality in any of the method. We can use the directed lines or this method. Okay, we already said about the different representations of the mapping cardinalities, right?